Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It is your girl, Angel Sells ATL, and today I'm excited to sit down with an entrepreneur, an author, and a leader, Jason Coleman.
Come on, man, don't talk. Don't do me like
I've
that.
had the privilege of working with Jason professionally, and one of the things I've always admired is his commitment to growth. And that is so true. Not just in business, but in faith, in leadership, and in serving others. Today, we're going beyond the page of his book to talk about purpose, entrepreneurship, leadership, and what it really means to continue growing when life gets uncomfortable. Okay? Jason, thank you so much for being here today.
Wow. Well, first of all, don't do me like this. She's trying to get me to cry. We just getting started.
We just get started.
Don't do me like that.
Okay,
Nah,
I'm sorry.
thank you, sis. I appreciate that. Thank you
Yes.
for inviting me.
Yes, absolutely.
I am really thrilled to be with you today.
Thank you. Thank you. One statement from your writing really stood out to me. You said that familiarity can become one of the greatest dangers facing believers. What do you mean by that? Why do you think so many people miss it?
Whew, we gonna go deep? We gonna start it off like this?
We going.
Okay. Well, this is where things get uncomfortable, and I live for being uncomfortable because uncomfortable is where growth is.
Yep.
Familiarity to me, it relies on comfort, and when you get comfortable, a lot of times you get stuck, and a lot of times when you get stuck, you stop growing.
True.
So a lot of times we hold on to relationships that we don't need to hold on to anymore due to familiarity.
Right.
I mean, things that hurt us,
Right.
we hold on to them
Yeah.
because it's familiar.
Yeah.
How many of them recipes that's been passed down from bloodline to bloodline to bloodline that's killed people that look like me and you slowly
Yeah.
over the years because it's familiar to us. It even literally embodies the word family.
Yeah.
So it's like we have to understand that in order for us to grow, we got to get unfamiliar. We have to get in the land of discomfort.
And I know for a fact a lot of people just don't like discomfort.
No,
None of us really like it.
No,
right?
nobody who wants
Nobody.
to be who wants to get up and go to the gym every day because it's
Right.
uncomfortable.
Exactly.
But we understand that in order for us to live, we have to exercise. We got to move our body.
Absolutely.
We got to do things to unstiffen these bones. It's not always comfortable,
Right.
but it's necessary.
When did this realization become personal for you?
Man, I just had an experience with God. I mean, it's for me. I know people be like, "Man, this dude far-fetched," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm okay with that.
Right.
I'm okay with being radical about this experience that I've had because if you look at my life from when I started to where I am, it's like a wow thing, and it's been a very short period of time that this wow has occurred,
Okay.
and the catalyst to it all was deliverance.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's once I gave my life fully to Christ, everything changed for me. The way I thought, the way I talked, the way I carried myself, my habits changed,
Yeah.
my work ethic changed, my love changed. I embody the fruits of the Spirit.
Wow. Why do you think people confuse being busy with actually growing?
I'm gonna put it to you this way, and I hope and pray no one takes offense to this. But there's always a difference between a hustler and a businessman. A hustler is living day to day. They're always saying, you know what, I'm gonna make a play, or I'm gonna go do something to make some quick money, or whatever the next fad is. They just jump into it, right? That's busy. You all over the place.
Right.
There's no stability. There's no foundation. There's nothing. It's just an opportunity.
Correct.
And you take it. Versus a businessman, sometimes you take less to gain more. Sometimes you slow down to speed up. This year, I said, you know, my first year in business, I hustled. I made a lot of money. I blew a lot of money. I didn't know where the money was going. I didn't know what the money was doing. I had no business instinct, but I just started. God said, just go. I'll teach you. I'll show you. Just go. So once I started going, of course, as I prayed and I studied the word every day, the wisdom in the word started to unlock things in me that told me, slow down. My wife also told me slow down too. That's that wisdom. That's that wisdom. She's my wisdom as well, right?
Right.
That's my better half. That's my oneness. So she's, listen, that's the thing about balance. We want to, she's weak, I'm strong. I'm strong, or I'm weak, she's strong.
Correct.
So, but what I did was I said, I'm going to take a step back. I'm not going ahead and I'm gonna make sure that I'm establishing my business. Okay. I establish standards and practices, SOPs. I established a doctrine. I established a mission statement. Okay. I said, this is what we're going to stand for. And from that came a whole new way of thinking about business. I improved my partnerships with my vendors, which in turn improved my partnership with my customers. Right. All of it exchanged once I slowed down. I put it together. I made it make sense. Built the foundation. And now we're growing.
Right. Okay. Right. Let me ask you a question, Jason. As an entrepreneur, how do you know when it's time to stop thinking small and start building something bigger?
All right. So, and I can only speak for my journey. I don't believe you move until God tells you to move. And I think the biggest thing is understanding that most of us fail because we're moving too fast. We're moving in accordance to what we want versus what he wants.
Correct.
So that's my whole business strategy. It's just wait on God.
Wow.
You can't get no more successful, no bigger than God.
And that is the truth. That is the truth. Was there ever a season where your fear almost stopped you?
I'm going to say there was a whole bunch of seasons. See, what? How many seasons? Listen, that was my whole thing. I had a fear of success.
Wow.
I had a fear of failure. I feared majority of my life because I allowed trauma to stop me from literally pursuing my dreams. I allowed myself, I got in my own way. I allowed someone else's opinion of me.
And I think we do that a lot.
And
not even realize it, honestly. How do you know when it's time to take the next step?
We're going to always go back to God. I don't determine that.
Okay.
I don't determine my next step. I don't allow outside influences to determine my next step.
Okay.
I've released any and all things that were tying me to an obligation to that extent. So now my only next step belongs to God.
What would you say to someone who's waiting for everything to be perfect? What would you say if they're just waiting for everything to be perfect right before they begin? What would you say to them?
I say you're going to be waiting forever.
You will be waiting
forever. Yeah. Listen, one of the keys to faith is just taking the steps.
Correct.
A lot of us are waiting on something that's never going to happen, and it won't happen until we take the steps. I did not realize that I would be a pretty darn good businessman until I started to work a business, until I started to grow a business. All of us have to walk through the fear of unknown.
Correct.
You just got to take the step.
And it goes back to the Bible verse of faith without works.
Come on, it's dead.
You've got to take that step. Absolutely. You spoke about building community among entrepreneurs. Why is it so important for business owners and to surround themselves with the right people instead of trying to build everything alone?
I think that's what we've been taught to do. I think we've been programmed, especially in America, we have been programmed to parent, two parents, two kids, the dog, and the white picket fence. Nowhere in that equation does it include community. We've been taught to do everything separately. We bought into that ideology, and it has failed us tremendously. So my biggest thing about community now is, especially amongst entrepreneurs, is please allow someone to help you.
Yeah.
Allow your ideas to flow through other ears. Y'all, we so afraid of someone taking something from us, but guess what? What God has given you no man can take from you.
No man take it, right.
So therefore, if it belongs to you, it's yours.
Correct.
Let somebody help you.
Yes.
Now, I ain't telling you just to go and trust unworthy people. I'm saying that there are people in your life that you can talk to, that there are opportunities that you're passing because it ain't enough money or because it ain't what I want to do. But sometimes doing what you don't want to do leads to what you want to do.
Or it doesn't look the way you thought it was supposed to look.
Exactly.
We miss it a lot of times.
And that's the foundation. The foundational pieces is the ugly part. That's the hard part. That's the ugly part. That's the grit. That's the heartache. That's the sleepless nights. That's all of the things that's going to cause us to stop.
Yes.
And that's why it's there.
Yes.
It's forging us. It's strengthening us. It's growing us. But we got to get through it.
Right. I completely agree. Is there a mentor that has helped you through your journey?
I've had a lot of people that have contributed to my journey. My mentor is God.
Amen.
Jesus Christ is my mentor. It's hard for me because I'm so different, and because I've always been such a kind of a leader, just leadership minded. It's always been hard for me to kind of allow other people to walk with me or show me, and I had to get out of that. So I'm just now getting in a season where I'm open to mentorship. I'm open to community. I want to walk with men, and I do mean men because I got plenty of women around me.
Yes.
Wonderful, caring, loving, kind, supportive women around me. But I want that same thing with men.
Absolutely.
I want to build that same thing with men. And I know it's other men out there that are thinking just like me. And they're looking for that same community just like me. But we're not vulnerable enough to say it.
Correct.
So I'm going to do it for you. I'm looking for that. I want to grow with other men. I want to strengthen other men. I want to walk with other men. Because we've been separated for far too long by our trauma. And it's time for that to stop.
And again, just continuing to build and grow that community.
Yes, and that's where it starts. The foundation has to start with, for me, men. I'm a man. I have nothing but strong women around me. But the strength is in the men.
Correct.
That's the foundation of it all.
Correct.
So we have to build together. And of course, I'm happy with who is around me. But I'm saying that there's always room for more. That's what community is.
Absolutely.
So,
what qualities do you look for with people that you allow currently in your circle?
Sheesh. Now that is a good question. No, seriously, that is a great question. And to be honest with you, you got to be spirit-led. You got to be fearless. You got to be kind of radical.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to be open.
That means that you have a tight circle then, because
you know it.
The first two that you brought up is
you already know.
Yeah.
You already know. And that's why it's so hard for me to connect.
Okay.
Because there's so many people that they go to church, but they don't know God. They go to church every single Sunday, but come Monday, they back to doing the same old dance.
They left them at church.
They left them in the pew. They rely on a pastor
Correct.
to teach them versus them allowing God to teach you.
What is one mistake that you feel entrepreneurs make when building their network?
We're going to go back to something we talked about a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Familiarity. A lot of times we go to the people that we're familiar with, and a lot of times we give up right there. Because a lot of times the people that we're familiar with, They don't believe in the same things we don't believe in. They don't have the same dreams that we have. They don't have the same radical faith that we have, which it takes a lot of radical faith to start a business.
It does.
It really do.
It really does.
But a lot of times I think the first place we fail is just familiarity versus going to the Chamber of Commerce, or going to different events, or going to getting out of your comfort zone and going to these conferences.
The unknown.
The unknown, the uncomfortable. And when we start leaning on those places, we'll start understanding, and I promise you, those things will come from God.
Yeah.
He's going to point you in the direction because a lot of times you're hearing it, you're feeling it. It's in your spirit. It's saying, hey, go over there. Go to that place.
And a lot of times we will ignore that feeling and we'll still, again, going back to familiarity.
There it is.
Yes.
There it is.
You and I have worked together professionally, and one thing I've learned is that growth often requires new space.
Right.
Whether it's in an office, whether it's in a retail location or commercial property, have you found that the environment that you can influence the vision that you've had for your business?
Now, are you asking, have I found that environment? I cannot say that I have found it, but I do know what it looks like.
Okay.
So because I have vision and because God gives me vision, I understand exactly the space that I'm looking for. But I also understand that there are baby steps.
Correct.
We got to crawl before we can walk. So what I envision in my grander scheme, most definitely ain't where I'm at right now.
Okay.
So if I'm looking at a space right now, I'm looking for something that in an area that's centralized, a place where everyone can kind of get to me. Nothing too far, nothing too, because a lot of times we live on the South Side. A lot of people act like the South Side don't exist.
Right.
Especially when you talk to people up north, they're like, where? Who?
Partially because of traffic.
Because of traffic. So people kind of compartmentalize in their own little bubble. Correct. Like if you live in Beaufort, you're going to kind of shop, live, dwell, party, whatever you like to do in Beaufort, right? So a lot of times Atlanta is a centralized place. I want to be closer to Atlanta. I know that's where I want to be.
Okay.
Because that is a centralized location that everybody can get to.
Right, right. At what point should an entrepreneur start thinking about getting their own space?
A lot of times we talk ourselves out of things, right? So when you feel, and one thing I want to do is I'm not in nobody's pockets because everybody has a thing or a place to start, right?
Correct.
But I think we allow money to deter our decisions on moving in uncomfortable spaces. So I say when it starts to feel, when things start to feel too easy,
push.
That may be when it's time to take that step.
I agree. What does having a dedicated business space communicate to your clients or your team?
Professionalism, growth.
Absolutely.
It most definitely plays a huge part in how you're looked upon publicly. People want a place they can come to.
Right.
They want a place they can go where they can shake the door.
Correct.
They want to know you truly
important.
exist. So brick and mortar is very important. But I will say this also. Do it when you're ready. Don't rush it. Or sometimes we got to humble ourselves. There are spaces out there that are very, very reasonable that can get you in the door, get you started, and give you an address.
A shared space.
A shared space,
yes.
Sometimes, a co-space. Like, you got to take the step to move in a direction of growth, and a space is growth.
Correct, correct. I love that because so many entrepreneurs, they don't seem to realize that sometimes the next level of growth, it requires the right environment.
It really, environment matters.
It does.
Environment matters.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes. I want to ask you, how has your faith influenced the way that you lead, make business decisions, and build your businesses?
Literally, my faith is what does all of that. Because again, once you connect with God in a way that you communicate daily, you start to see things in your vision. You start to see things in your dreams. You start to hear audible things. All of these things occur. And listen, if I can tell you anything, is God is never going to tell you to do anything wrong.
Amen. Come on with that.
So allow your faith, allow God to make those decisions for you versus you making those decisions for yourself. And we have to understand and know how to differentiate between the two.
Between the two. You have almost answered this next question, and I already know what you're going to say, but I wanted for you to let the people know, how do you stay grounded during your difficult seasons? And not just a cookie cutter answer.
Right.
Because those difficult seasons, sometimes they come in different ways.
They do.
And a lot of people think that when you're going through a difficult season, you feel alone.
Oh, yes.
You feel like there's no one else out there that's going through what you're going through.
Yeah.
So please elaborate on that.
Listen. This answer is going to be one that, again, gets a little uncomfortable. But one of the things I do when things get hard, when things get tough, when things get cloudy for me, I fast.
Wow.
I have to starve, whatever that is that's blocking me from my blessings.
Okay.
I fast. I pray. And when I fast, I go to that lonely place, to that place where it's just me and God. And I do that with my wife.
I want to say something. With fasting and praying, a lot of times it's misunderstood.
Absolutely.
Fasting does not just mean you have to starve yourself, but
no.
it does mean to put yourself in an uncomfortable
Very,
position.
yes.
So if you know that you are a social media person, if you know that all you do is eat sweets and candy, and take those things and remove those things, because then you get a clearer answer, vision, path. All of it is clear.
All of it is clear.
It's amazing how we see things differently when we starve.
Yes. And when I fast, I starve myself of all of that.
Okay.
So when I fast, of course, I provide sustenance for my body.
Okay.
But my mind is the thing I'm most concerned with, right?
Absolutely.
So we so used to starving the body, we don't forget we need to starve ourselves from what you said, social media. At one point, I was looking at all this political content, and I was starting to feel some type of way. Holy Spirit said, stop. I need you to fast from that. I need you to take a week off. Because it felt heavy. Even my kids felt it. My wife felt it. They were feeling it. And I was feeding myself this constantly. And it's so easy to get caught up in things that you don't understand. So you want to feed it so that you do understand. And guess what? You'll never find it there.
And it's easy to get caught up in things you can't control. It's almost like a nature to us.
It is.
As humans.
Because we're designed to want to control.
Correct.
Because we have been given authority over the things of this earth. So sometimes we confuse that.
Right.
And we forget the source exists.
Right. That is so true. That is so true. What habits do you have to help you stay focused?
Oh, man. So when God transformed me, he didn't just transform my heart. He transformed my whole body. He transformed my mind, and that came through discipline. So one of the things that I enjoy the most, I come to find myself enjoying the most, is just walking.
Okay.
Just walking, literally just walking. And I do that at least 4 to 5 days out the week.
Wow.
It clears my mind. It just allows my body to experience the outside, because I walk outside. Like, I ain't talking about in a gym. I'm talking about outside in the elements is when I have the most clearest thoughts, when I spend my most incredible time with God, when I see my most incredible visions. It's when I'm outside, just me and him.
I love to walk too. I'm not a big gym person. Nothing to the gyms. I think they're great if it works for you.
For them.
But I like outside.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I built my space. I built the gym in my home, and I have all the things that I need. But out of all that stuff I got going on,
you still rather be
outside.
You and Angel will hit the pavement.
Yes, we outside.
Yes. Jason, before we wrap up, I have one question that I'm going to ask every guest who joins me on this podcast.
Okay.
Here at Angel Sells ATL, we believe every success story begins with one next move. So I have to ask you, what is your next move?
How many of them? I got so many next moves.
Give me one.
I'm going to give you one. The next move, my biggest thing is the King's Remnant. That is the ministry that God has given me. It is not a church. It is a ministry. It is about community. The King's Remnant is about building community. And I can't wait to share more and more and more with you guys.
Okay, okay. What excites you most about your next chapter?
That I know is going to change the world.
Wow. Wow.
And I mean that with everything in me.
Wow.
What God has given me is going to change the world.
That's amazing. I'm excited for you for that. Seriously.
I'm excited for
and
all
I've
of
had
us.
an opportunity to be a part, a part of some of that, but I am truly excited for
Yeah.
what's yet to come.
I'm excited
with
for
the King's
all
Remnant.
of us.
Yes.
Because we're
yes.
all going to benefit. Because we're going to change the world.
The world. Yeah.
Through community.
Through community.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Jason, thank you so very much
Thank you
for
for
taking the
having me.
time to join me today. I know the audience is going to walk away encouraged. I know they're going to walk away challenged at the same time and inspired by your story. And to everyone watching, remember this. Every great journey begins with one next move.
Come on.
Whether that's writing your first book, starting your business, expanding into a commercial space, purchasing your first home, investing in real estate.
Come on.
Don't let fear stop you from taking the next step. If you enjoyed today's conversation, please like, subscribe, and share this interview with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're an entrepreneur looking for the right commercial space, or if you're buying, selling, or investing in residential real estate or commercial, I love the opportunity to help you make your next move. I am Angel Sells ATL, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.